What up, y'all? This is Aiden with Father's Land Surveying, coming back at you with a video on how to do an as staked drawing. So let's get into it here. So we did some staking. We didn't stake all these points. We staked this point, some points here. We had to move some offsets because the total station was in the way here, and we moved offsets like I said, and we didn't stake the whole thing. Um, And then we didn't stake all this. We staked just a couple points online here. So what we want to do is give the contractor what we call an as staked drawing here. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to uh, right click here. Let's go to move or copy. Let's move to the end, create copy. All right, and see how you can't see it? You got to click this three things here. There it is. Right click and let's rename it. Let's rename it as staked. The last time we were out there, looks like it was 218. You can't put a slash, so it's 2 dash 18 or 2026. I'm sorry, 2026. So 218. All right, so we're gonna do. So I got all these points here on a layer, and then see you can see it's calcs walls 2026 0218. That's the day I calced it. So I do that because it's really easy to manage all these points in one file. So you just freeze those. Uh, that's the current layer. Do you want to viewport freeze it? So it just gives you a warning you're going to freeze the layer you're using. So just, if you want, you can move it off the layer or you can click yes. So now those are gone. Um, okay, so now those are gone. So now we want to import our points that we actually staked. So here's what we're going to do. The points that we actually staked actually need to give the contractor a cut sheet as well. Um, so I'll show you guys a way you can do that. So what we're gonna do is go to settings here. Actually, let's go to point groups. See what all points. Let's see what our next store point number is. So see, I have my calc point numbers are at 2000. And then I have the actual store point numbers. This last one is 384. So we're gonna start at 385. So you got to go in here, point commands, create points, double click it, point identity, it's got to be 385, and then sequence point numbers from 385. Apply that, save it. So now when we insert our points here, let's see if we can find those points. Hopefully we even exported them. 25 132 survey downloads. Yep, we did. Let's see. So there's no cut sheet in there, so again, I'll show you guys how to do that. We can export ours straight from the data collector, and excuse me, and it looks really clean. It looks really good. So we're gonna import those. You see, we have this point file format. So we have a way that we can actually import these alphanumeric points here. We got an A and SDK. We like to do that. That's just the way I got used to doing it. That gives, when you export the cut sheet from the data collector, it'll tell you which numbers you staked, and it's really easy to differentiate like staked points from points you moved. That's why we have the A or B. So we're gonna go ahead and so these control points, unless they're new control points, we don't really need them. So it just adds like extra points. So you can go in here. Might want to check unless they're new control points. Like I said, um, so you're gonna want to go in here, survey download, staking walls, and then you're gonna want to. I can tell that these are old ones, so you can just delete those. Okay, uh, reset is another one here. CP check, set rebar. So let's see, let's sort. I think 25 is actually a, a new one that they got over there. Somewhere over here. Let me see. What are the points? 25, yep, 25 is the next one, so we'll keep 25 in there. Okay, take out 98, because that's just a reset point. This is definitely an older one. Okay. Um, yeah, and these ones here, that's another reason why. So you can go to sort. I can never find sort. All right, sort smallest to largest. Um, yeah, so I always put a number on them. That way, so it looks like he staked an actual. That's just a calc point, I think. Those are calc points. So we don't need to import these over again, and they come in when you stake them. Uh, they come in the CSV like this, so we don't really need those. So you kind of got to do a little bit of point sorting. So it's not. You could just import them and you have duplicates and then delete them later, but it's a little easier for management here to go ahead and just import those like that, all sorted properly. And I got these two here. They're exactly the same thing. I just created another one for some reason. So then you want to add them to a point group. Let's add them to, how about add staked 2026 of 218. Okay. Boom. So here they come in right there. I got those two over here. And let's see. So now this one you could also create a new layer for it. So you put staked 2026 up to 18. Put them on something like that. Put them on a no plot layer. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So they select them. AS. Right, now they're on a staked layer. Okay, so now I can go. Actually, I probably want to put those on something that you can actually see, like a color that's actually good. That's a background mask color. So now we go into our viewport here. So now we can see our handy dandy points here. Um, so we might want to do some. I don't think we can get it all in one here. So we'll have to give them two pages. Um, so now you lock it there, and so now you can add here. You can add the lines here for him. These should all be. If I want to copy these lines over, I'll just copy these lines over, put these on as staked for now. Um, as staked 2026, put them on our right layer here. So now they're not frozen. So now I can tell what's what. So this one we moved. Okay, these are all should be 5 feet. There's 5. Should be 5. There you go. 5. 5. 5. And then this one's a 10. So you can go links in total 10.0. Bam. That's 10. And we gave another one, so it should be right online. So I can should be able to copy this, copy that over, rotate that a little bit, annotate aligned. So that's a 10-footer there. And then let's see how far to the end of the wall from here. So that's kind of what we didn't know. So from here to here, to the end of the wall, you got to go right to left. 559 from the end of that wall there. So he's probably going to want to know that. So, and then you go in here. 02, 18, 2026. So we're going to put as staked walls. Okay, sheet 1 of 2. All right, so now we're going to go move our copy, create copy there. So now we have exactly the same one here, page 2. Go in here, unlock it, and then we're going to want to go here, lock it. And we just gave him these 2 points here, so it should be easy. Should have been a 5 foot or so to here. Yeah, we can change that to make it 5-0. And then this one we gave him, looks like we just gave him a point online somehow to here. Yeah, and these points should be online. Distance between these 2 points should be. Yeah, I can even do something like this too, where I go perpendicular to this face of the wall there. Give him extra little dimensions that he can use if he wants. And perpendicular to, how about the inside face? Oh, yeah, grab it right there. 690. Then all right. Let's give him that to the inside face there, 1830. All right. That's pretty much it. So then you just double check everything's good. And you plot it. 2025, 132, staking, 2026, 218, models that staked, save. And this one actually is going to be sheet 202. Oops, looks like I put that on the no plot layer. You guys can't see that's on a different window, so just make sure you're as staked here. Put that on a plot layer. There you go. So now it'll actually plot now. All right. So now, since the crew didn't export a cut sheet, we can make our own. Let's see, we can make our own. And I will show you guys how to do that. Pause the video. I want to open up TBC here. All right, now we got it loaded up here. Let's go to new project or whatever, US sort of scale feet only. Just need to open something up. Now you're gonna want to go to create job report, job file, navigate to job file, 25132, survey download, staking walls, JXL file here. You're in your style sheet. So our style sheets now, bear with me a quick second here. Um, Style sheets, there it is. So we got our style sheets here. And then we have our own custom one that we created here. You hit OK. Actually, so we're going to save it here to, we're going to save it. Make sure you don't overwrite the save location 25132. Let's go to deliverables, new folder, 2026, 2, 24, Watson, cut sheets, sheet. Okay, and then it looks something like this. All right. So boom, file Lancer and PC, cut sheet report. It's got the name, date, we saved it. It's got the point, code. See, I need to customize this because we don't really, you don't really need the northeast elevation. So let's see. Not really sure. Let's see. I'll show you guys how to modify your. Looks like I didn't modify it correctly there. So you're gonna go to. So this is a bonus. I'm gonna show you guys how to modify your own style sheet here. So you want to edit that in Notepad, and then you're gonna want to go to. You gotta read this stuff and kind of play with it a little bit. Let's see here. All right, right here. See the separating line. You got thread here. You got all this code. So point code. We really don't care about northing and easting. So we're gonna delete those. So you got north point code, northeast elevation design, elevation cut and fill. Okay, we can. Whoops. All right. So let's go back to, where was that? Notepad. Oops. All right. There it is. It's unselected, so I can save it. Let me just save it. Save it. Okay, good. Let me just double check that it's saved right now. That's saved correctly. So let's edit Notepad again. Yeah, here we go. So now I just want to make sure that it's consistent with my other manual cut sheet, because you're always going to want a cut sheet temp. Let's see. Just going to edit. This one, I just want to view this one. So this one's point number. Elevation, design elevation, cut and fill and code. So we can, I mean, this is really the most important data here. It's point number. Um, just trying to think out loud here, which one I like better, because my cut sheet here, my manual cut sheet doesn't match my other one here. So this one's point code, elevation, design elevation, cut and fill. So we can, let's see here. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh, okay. All right. So let's go. Point number. All right. Let's edit this one here. Okay. Actually, we're gonna keep this format there. All right. So now we go. Click that. Okay. Place it. Yes. Now let's check it out. Oh, looks like we got some extra stuff that we didn't account for. We still got the northings and eastings in here. So let's go go back to create job report. Navigate to your file here. Survey downloads, here you go. Style sheet. Let's edit this style sheet again. So we edited the columns now. Now we just need to edit out the, here it is. Now we need to edit out the values. So we don't need the values in there now. So we just delete those. And now we can file save it. See if that works. That's better. Now it's point. Then what are you staking? What's the elevation of the stake? Design elevation, cutter fill. I actually like this better. I'm gonna edit my other manual one to match this. So cool, huh? All right, so now we got a cut sheet and we can send it off to the client. And we got the plots. All right, thanks for watching, guys.